Symbiosis between living things, Part 2. Welcome back, fellow explorers, to our YouTube channel as we continue our discussion of symbiosis among living things. If you watched the first video released on this topic, then you must surely long to enjoy the second video. We will be further discussing the other aspects of symbiosis, namely parasitism, competition, and predation. Number 1. Parasitism. Parasitism is a close relationship between species where one organism, the parasite, lives on or inside another organism, the host, causing it some harm and benefiting at the expense of the host, sometimes without killing the host. Parasites may be grouped into as ectoparasites and endoparasites. Ectoparasites live on the body surface of the host and do not themselves commonly cause disease in the host. Examples include ticks, fleas, leeches, and lice. Endoparasites live inside the body of the host. Examples are bacteria, viruses, and certain worms. Parasitism can further be discussed based on the strategies employed by parasites to exploit their hosts. There are social parasites. Social parasites are organisms or group of organisms that exploit or take advantage of another organism or group of organisms for their own benefits. Examples are ants that live inside the nest of other ants and benefit from their protection and access to food. The host ant does not harm the parasite ant, but may be less successful in defending its nest from predators or competitors. Kleptoparasites. The word klepto is derived from a Greek word meaning thief. Kleptoparasites steal food gathered by the host. This often occurs among close relatives, whether within the same species or between species in the same family. The great skua bird is a powerful kleptoparasite. When other seabirds catch food, it pursues them relentlessly until they let go of what they've caught. Brood parasites. The most common brood parasites are birds like cuckoo and cowbirds. They do not build nests of their own, but lay their eggs in nests of other species. Their eggs sometimes mimic those of their host, while some cowbird eggs might have tough shells, making it hard for the host to pierce through and kill the embryo, in the event that they identify the parasitic eggs. Now let us talk about the second aspect, competition. Competition is an interaction between organisms or species in which both require resources that are in limited supply, such as food, water, or territory. Competition can happen between members of the same species and between different species. It can have negative effects on the weaker competitors, such as reducing their growth, reproduction, survival, or fitness. Competition can be classified into two major types: interference competition and exploitation competition. Interference competition. This occurs directly between organisms when a competitor interferes with feeding, survival, or reproduction. An example of these occurs among stags. There is usually a competition among males during the mating season because there is increased testosterone and increased aggression. Males often lock horns with other males and fight with each other, which sometimes results in injuries and even death. Another example is seen among bowerbirds. Male bowerbirds are renowned for their unique courtship behavior, where males build a structure and decorate it with sticks and brightly colored objects in an attempt to attract a mate. In a form of competition, some male bowerbirds steal decorations from neighboring males, hereby reducing the fitness of their neighbors. Exploitation competition. This occurs indirectly when organisms both use a common limited resource or share a source of food. Instead of fighting or exhibiting aggressive behavior in order to win resources, exploitative competition occurs when the resources used by one organism depletes the total amount available for other organisms. This form of competition typically rewards those organisms that claim the resources first. For example, White-tailed deer herds can eat all the vegetation in a particular area. This causes loss of forest food and habitat for other species, and this threatens the survival of small birds like indigo buntings, robins, and warblers, as well as large birds like wild turkeys that nest in ferns. Competition is an important factor that shapes the structure and function of ecological communities. It can create opportunities for cooperation or coexistence among different species if they find ways to share resources or avoid direct conflict. The third aspect is predation. Predation is a biological interaction where one organism, the predator, kills and eats another organism, its prey. Predation can have various effects on the populations and interactions of the predator and the prey, as well as on the ecosystem as a whole. Here's a positive example. Predators can prevent overgrazing by herbivores or overexploitation by humans. But on the other hand, when predators keep hunting down their prey species or invasive species, they can cause such species to go extinct. Predators may actively search for prey or wait for it. The sit and wait strategy is effective if the prey are dense and mobile and the predator has low energy for search. But predators search actively when the prey hardly move about or are sparsely populated. When a prey is detected, the predator assesses whether to attack it. The attack could be made in two major ways. 1. Ambush. Some carnivorous animals capture their prey by stealth and surprise. Usually, they wait patiently for the prey to get near before launching a sudden attack. The predator may hide in a burrow, camouflage itself, or use a trap. The predator then uses a combination of senses to detect and assess the prey and to time the strike. Number 2. Pursuit. In pursuit predation, predators chase fleeing prey. If the prey flees in a straight line, capture depends only on the predators being faster than the prey. If the prey maneuvers by turning as it flees, the predator reacts in real time, calculating how to close in on the prey. Many pursuit predators use camouflage to approach the prey as close as possible unobserved before starting the pursuit. Predators may be social, such as hyenas, lions, wolves that hunt in groups to kill bigger animals, or solitary, such as cougars and coyotes, who hunt alone and have more chance of eating what they catch, although at the expense of increased energy to catch it and the increased risk that the prey will escape. Be assured that this is not an exhaustive discussion on parasitism, competition, and predation. They cannot all be thoroughly discussed in a single video. More interesting facts will be covered in detail in future videos. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.